This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some huge update to share with you. Democrats are trying to redefine the term inflation just as they tried to redefine the term recession. Take a look at this.
What happens is inflation is just a conglomeration of a whole bunch of costs that are either going up or going down. So if you address the basket of costs that are in there, and if you lower energy costs, as an example, we're going to save the American family $1,000. Inflation is like a theoretical word that economists use, but what families feel every day is the up or down of costs.
I'll play the full video clip of what's going on there. Also, Social Security recipients may receive a boost of $1,900, and we'll go over this article. 4 $841 monthly checks worth $3,364 going out this year to SSI. We'll talk about student loan pause, student loan forgiveness, and the high prices of food at 13%. It'll give you some other more important updates as well. Hope you're having a more than mundane Monday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below, and I'm giving $200 checks to my subscribers. Details of how to do so down in the description below. And food prices see the highest price increase since 1979. So while some day-to-day services and goods are seeing prices drop, grocery stores, not so much. So the latest data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics show grocery prices grew 13.1% since last July. That is huge. That means for every $100 you're spending, it's $13 more, which definitely adds up, especially if you have a family and a lot of mouths to feed. Food staples such as eggs have had the biggest increase. Their cost rose 4.3% in the month of July and 38% in the year. Milk is up $6.50 to $7, and it used to be $5.99. So prices just keep going up and up and up. It's crazy. When it comes to Social Security, beneficiaries could get a $1,900 boost next year. So in terms of the COLA, getting a lot of different estimates, not official yet, but this year it was only 5.9%, and it was really high then. But with inflation now at 8.5%, what they're saying here is that the COLA may increase to 9.6%. That's the latest number. It's going to be solidified in October. And then according to the nonpartisan organization, 9.6% increase would result in a monthly gain of about $159 and an annual gain of $1,900 based on the average monthly benefit of $1,656. So potential $1,900 more. That's good, but what if inflation goes even higher? I think Social Security, they should have some type of maybe monthly adjustment so that their pay could go higher and it doesn't get any lower. It's kind of ridiculous for Social Security recipients to have to wait months in order to get higher pay when inflation is just eating at their budget. In other news, Social Security news, so Social Security Supplemental Income, SSI 2022, 4 $841 monthly checks worth $3,364 going out this year. How to get them? It's kind of a weird article here, but if you're on SSI, you're getting your check first of the month, so September 1st, and then October 1st, November 1st, December 1st, so that's 4 checks there, and the maximum payout is $841, which I guess equals $3,364. So if you're on SSI, you're still going to get your monthly checks. There's 4 of them left. So kind of a funny article there. When it comes to what's going on with inflation, the Democrats, the Biden administration, Republicans not too happy about what's going on, especially since Democrats already tried to redefine the term recession. Now it looks like they're trying to redefine the term inflation. Take a look at this video clip right here. I'm really curious about your opinion on it.
Mainstream media and Democrats are quick to drop the Inflation Reduction Act language and calling it what it really is: climate, health, and tax bill. This, as a University of Pennsylvania Penn Wharton analysis reveals, the bill would only reduce annual inflation by 0.1 percentage points over the next 5 years. Soaring inflation is costing the average American family an extra $717 per month. Now, Democrats, just like they did with the recession, are trying to redefine the definition of inflation. Listen to this.
Well, what happens is inflation is just a conglomeration of a whole bunch of costs that are either going up or going down. So if you address the basket of costs that are in there, and if you lower energy costs, as an example, we're going to save the American family $1,000. That is going to bring costs down for people, and it is ultimately going to lead to a reduction in overall inflation, but most importantly, to the budget that people have every single day. Inflation is like a theoretical word that economists use, but what families feel every day is the up or down of costs.
We are serving up a garbage casserole for you this morning because that was a bunch of, well, nonsense. Joining the conversation all morning long, Washington Examiner commentary writer Tiana Lowe and Optima Capital Director of Strategy Francis Newton-Stacey. That was my opinion, Tiana, but to say it's just inflation is just an economics term. The American people aren't stupid. We know that inflation is a basket of goods and the prices of those goods. The point is the Democrats have done nothing to lower those prices and are doing nothing.
No, and people forget that inflation is the economic phenomenon that people understand the most. You know, recession can be abstract. Economic growth and GDP growth can be abstract. But when food prices at home, when you go to the grocery store and those prices are up 13% year over year, over 1 percentage point every single month, people feel that. And, to the Democrats' credit, they could just say this is a more fiscally responsible, social spending package than the Green New Deal or Build Back Better, whatever they were proposing ages ago. But that's not what they're saying. They're saying it's an Inflation Reduction Act, which is a lie.
Francis, I just want to repeat this. Inflation is a theoretical word that economists use. Just your reaction to that comment from Congresswoman Jayapal.
No, it's highly mathematical, and it is a conglomeration of things. But those things actually, when the prices of the underlying assets change, they have a lag effect when they hit CPI. And what's she talking about? Inflation going down? Even though these prices are going down, there's between a 1 and 18-month lag between the components of this to see CPI going down. So we don't expect CPI to go down, and it's not going down, right? It's increasing at a slower rate. So it'll still be increasing by 7.3% by the end of this year, meaning that your costs are still going up, albeit at a slower rate.
Hey, before we go, Tiana, how do you think the messaging on this and the Democrats passing this impacts the midterms? Because, again, people are so concerned about their own personal financial situation, and they do know better that this is a spending bill, and it's spending on things like, oh, we need electric garbage trucks in this country, and that's the very thing that you don't do when inflation is a problem, and that's spend more money.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the issues that the Democrats have made they have not made the case that deficit reduction is important. You and I both know, but that by the halfway point to the century, 40% of all federal tax revenue is literally just going to go to pay off interest costs on our federal debt. We know that debt is a problem, but Democrats have not even pretended to care about debt for over a decade now. So what is the case you make? Oh, all this is going to, we will induce more demand for energy efficient appliances and Teslas, which, by the way, already you have some of these companies saying that, like, because of the reconciliation process, it means that more EVs aren't going to be available, further jacking up the prices of those EVs and those energy appliances that are covered by this bill. Right. So no, it doesn't exactly help it out too much.
Right.
So as usual, I love to give multiple perspectives on what's going on. The Democrat perspective, the Republican perspective. Seems like the Republican perspective a little more harsh than the Democrat perspective, but what do you think about that? Are they trying to redefine the term inflation? Or to try to do that with recession, because technically, and I think officially, we should be in a recession right now. Are they going to change that with inflation? Is that going to help? Does that help Americans by doing that? Let me know your thoughts. When it comes to student loan, so student loan pause deadline is approaching. So if you have federal student loans, Wednesday August 31st is the last day that you have that pause, and then supposedly September 1st is when you would have to resume paying your student loans and the interest would accumulate again. Now, they're saying that an announcement will be made before this day, which is 2 weeks away. So, President Biden needs to make this announcement soon of whether or not there's going to be student loan pause and forgiveness. But it's probably going to happen closer to the midterms. Probably let the wins and the victory laps of this Inflation Reduction Act kind of fade a little bit, and then have more legislation doing that right before midterm elections. At least that's what I think. What are your thoughts on that? And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Bye. And hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. That's just my sister clip, but now we're doing my clip. So what I'm talking about now is to you, like when someone's hurt, you should definitely help them, because that if it's like really bad, then you should actually help them. Like, I helped a couple of my friends and they loved it. So that's what I want to say for today. Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget about those $200 checks. Details down in the description below. And if you like how I get straight to the point, let you know the truth, the facts, and show you the sources, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button for more videos like this. And if you want to check out any of my other videos and my other channels, you could click right up here. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.